So today I'm just doing a quick short hike, day hike from on the Bartram Trail in North Carolina, and I drove up, parked at the I think it's Pete's Gap or something like that. I'll have to look it up later. But and I'm walking down to the town of Franklin, and it's about 8.5 miles. Hopefully won't be too bad. There's a lot of downhill on this section, and the last time I was out hiking in the mountains, I definitely experienced some problems with my knees, so we'll see how this one goes, and hopefully not too bad. I have lowered my pack weight quite a bit, so hopefully that helps out, and we'll see. So let's get started. One thing I've noticed, there's a lot of basically in this section of it, you're walking along the ridge line, and there's a lot of these rock faces, and the video camera doesn't really do it justice. White Rock Mountain, and I'll try to get a picture of that with the drone later on. Just unbelievable rock face on the side of the mountain. Looks like somebody camped here at some point. Anyways, we'll keep going up the trail. It is 26 degrees today. That's the high for this location, and the wind is gusting up to 30, steady around like 15 to 20. So anytime I'm out in the open, it's kind of chilly out there. And I started with quite a few layers on and backed off a little bit because I was getting hot. So but anytime I stop, I either gotta get moving again quickly or layer up. Well, this is essentially the highest point on this section of the trail. There's a lot of vegetation, so you can't really see too well with the camera what's out there. And the little valley of Franklin down there in the distance. And I'm just gonna keep on heading that way. Now we're on the downhill part though, and there's some pretty steep downhills, so worst case scenario, I turn around and go back to where I parked the truck at, because that wasn't too bad as far as uphill. So we'll see what happens. Pretty interesting little area here. And apparently I've been walking on the side of the mountain that was protecting me from the wind, because I am no longer protected from the wind, and it's kind of windy. Can't really see it here, but what little wind does make it through the vegetation is very cold. Well, if I misjudge this and end up camping out here tonight, it's going to be a chilly night. I don't know if there'll be a lot of sleeping. Well, I'm continuing down. I think you can kind of see it in the background there, but there's a town down there, and that is where I'm heading. Right on the top of this ridgeline, essentially, and that wind is howling. So anyways, I talked to my wife and made sure that my pickup location is well coordinated, so that I don't have to sit on the side of the road and freeze for too long, and all that seems to be good. This is definitely downhill. This is more like downhill rock climbing almost. Whoa, yeah. I'm hoping that the two of us will get to go up and hike some of the Lakeshore Trail on Fontana before we have to go home, so we'll see how that works out. And I'm trying to kind of take it easy so I don't blow out my knee And you realize that's about all I talk about is my dang knee hurting. I tell you, this is the only channel you can come to get completely random videos uploaded at the most inconsistent time period, and that are pretty much like the worst categorized videos on YouTube. I mean, where else can you get that kind of content and a view like that? Everyone else is just way too consistent. You don't want that. All right, thanks. Yeah, let's keep going. The Wolf Rock Overlook. All right, so over there you can kind of see that rocky face mountain. I believe was White Rock Mountain, and that's the that was one of the highest points on the trail. And then I was parked just a little ways back from there. So basically I've just been walking along this ridge line. It's unbelievable. It definitely worth coming up with the leaves off the tree just because of the amount you can see off of this trail. All right, still heading downhill. That's a nice big rock there. Not sure what my elevation is yet, but I'll probably look in a little bit and see where I'm at. Still making pretty decent time. Some kind of squeaky vine out here. Tree blowing in the wind. I don't know if you'll be able to hear me talk over the wind or if you'll just hear the wind, but we'll see. Well, I decided to stop here, take a break. Found like this little depression, like a ditch on the side of the mountain I'm sitting in. The wind's blowing right over my head. Be a good place to sleep if I had to sleep. About 4 miles to go. I've already done one of the bigger downhill sections, so it wasn't too bad. One more big one, and then one that doesn't look that bad. It's still a downhill, but it looks like it's spread over a little bit more distance. So right, check this out. I noticed something on the map earlier, said something about the bus or something as a landmark, but I did not expect to find a bus. Here. 24E school bus stop. Very spend the night in this. This thing's still good. This is a fine school bus. Very interesting. Anyways, you just never know what you're gonna find, or when you're gonna need a school bus up here. Yep, I'm continuing down. I think I got about 2 hours more to go. I don't know. I'm kind of wondering if I gotta go up that mountain in front of me, because I keep going down, 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 and I keep thinking, well, if I'm gonna have to go up that, I'm gonna just go ahead and get it with. We'll see. Right. Working our way down into Franklin. See the town down there. Crazy thing is I did not expect to have to go downhill this much in the last little bit. So anyways, just gonna work my way down there. Maybe I'll find some ice cream. It's gotta be like 25, 24 degrees right now, and I'm thinking of ice cream. Well, that is that. I am at the end of where I'm gonna hike to, Hickory, Knoll, and waiting on Sam to come pick me up and find some food for dinner. Decent hike. GPS originally I think said it would take like 3.5 hours, which it was 8.5 miles, so I knew that wasn't gonna be accurate. Ended up doing about 1.5 miles per hour, and I estimated I would be at the end of my trail right at 6 o'clock. I got here about 5:47. I probably should have stopped and took a few more water breaks, but every time I stopped I got really cold, so that's pretty much that. Really awesome trail. The scenery was unbelievable, so definitely worth it.